speaker tonight. Pilots go through rigorous training and regulations to become certified to fly aircraft. Rightfully so, since they are in control of massive machines costing millions of dollars. And let's also not forget the safety of many people's lives. Some of their training is critical to everyday operation of an aircraft. However, some training no pilots hope to ever have to put to use. In this speech, titled An Understatement, Derrek will tell of an event that changed pilot training around the world. Derrek?
Common colloquialism in the aviation industry is a pilot's job is hours of boredom punctuated by moments of terror. You see, pilots are rarely needed anymore, except for brief moments during takeoff and landing, and even planning the flight computer on the ground, except when things go awry. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, when those moments of awry and things are not quite right, the pilot's training becomes the most valuable. June 24, 1982, British Airways Flight 9 was cruising in the skies over Indonesia. In about an hour, or a couple hours, it and 250 passengers are due to land in Perth. The aircraft was a 747. The 747 is a behemoth of an aircraft with a 196-foot wingspan, 4 Rolls-Royce 211 engines capable of 50,000 foot-pounds of force. It's got the main cabin design with 2 aisles, 10 abreast cabin with a double-decker sit-atop cockpit. The cargo version of the aircraft allows cargo to be loaded through the nose of the aircraft. Huge aircraft is a 747. It's really recognizable because of the hump on the fuselage. I'm sure many of you can pick it out from a lineup. On this particular night, there were 3 crew. Roger Greaves was the first officer. He has about 6 years experience. Eric Moody as captain. He was one of the first ever trained on the 747. Then you have flight engineer Barry Freeman. He had about 6 years experience also. So here they are cruising above Indonesia. They're about an hour into their flight. And Roger looks into the radar, checks it out, shows clear sailing for the next 1,000 miles. Great, they're at flight level 350. Then suddenly, they start seeing imprints of light on the windscreen. Greaves turns to Barry, is that St. Elmo's fire? St. Elmo's fire is a natural phenomenon that occurs from electrical discharges that form a plasma on an object as it moves through a highly charged electrical magnetic field, such as a ship or an aircraft through a thunderstorm. Except there's not supposed to be any thunderstorms this particular night over Indonesia. At just that time, Barry Freeman calls out, look, engine 4, it's lit up somehow. Engine 4, big, bright orange puff of light, and suddenly, poof, gone, nothing, flames out. And just as soon as that flames out, the other 3 engines, all at once, flame up, bright orange balls, then poof, nothing. Barry calls out, all 4 engines have failed. It is at that moment the 3 men stare at one another, first in disbelief, then in serious determination. All in unison, they reach back and fasten their full body seatbelts. This had turned into a serious emergency. See, on an aircraft, your engines power the main cabin pressure. Just then they lost their main cabin pressure also. Remember, they're at 35,000 feet. Their oxygen mask popped down. Roger Greaves, first officer, couldn't get his mask to work out right. The hose connecting to the face mask was broken. So now they got a problem. Their engines are not working. They're almost out of oxygen. They're high above the ocean. Eric Moody turns the aircraft around, heading back towards Indonesia. They have less than a half hour to figure out what's going on with the aircraft before smashing into the ocean. It's at this time, Eric, the captain, made what was known as a masterpiece of an understatement. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a small problem. All 4 engines have failed.
Oh.
We are doing our damnedest to get them going again. I trust you're not too much distressed. The 3 men continue their engine restart procedures. Again and again. Then suddenly, engine 4, rejuvenated, back on. Then suddenly 2 and 3 back on. Now they're able to climb back over and clear the mountain range back into Jakarta in Indonesia. As they approach to land, the men realize they can't see through the windscreen of the aircraft. The windscreen had turned opaque. So they had to make what was known, or is known as an instrument ILS approach, landing the aircraft using only your instruments. So they land the aircraft safely. Everybody cheers. They're back home on land. They get out and inspect the aircraft. The windscreen looked like it was sandblasted. That's why they couldn't see. The leading edge of the wing, the tail section, the nose, all bare metal, like it was sandblasted. What had happened? Why? Why had all 4 engines flamed out and shut down, all at the same time? What the crew didn't realize was Mount Galunggung volcano erupted 110 miles south of Jakarta on that evening in June. They had flown through an ash cloud. An ash cloud doesn't show up on radar because radar reflects water moisture, not ash particles or smoke. That's why the radar showed it was clear. It is because of this incident with British Airways Flight 9 that pilot training has changed throughout the ages and around the world. Pilots are now trained to recognize what it's like to fly through an ash cloud and what to do to recover the aircraft to avoid disaster. These 3 men, Eric Moody, Roger Greaves, and Barry Freeman, did a marvelous job landing the aircraft safely and going through all the procedures to land the aircraft. Postmaster.